Hello, everybody. This is Connor. So for my business to business marketing video, I'm just going to do a quick overview of all the stuff I've learned while in business to business marketing. So, I mean, in the Trailhead. So, as you can see, I've done all these modules. I've done all the best marketing practices, learn best marketing practices. I've done some Einstein. I've done What else have I done? I've done some other stuff related to social studios, and I've also done some stuff related to business, not business diversity, and I've done stuff related to writing as well. This is obviously a lot of various different badges. So to start off with, when it comes down to email, I learned a lot about like aspects of email. I learned about like subscribers and trying not to maintain subscribers that are not around, how to best talk to subscribers and that, how to best contact subscribers and continue subscribers through email and other aspects of email. Very interesting process indeed. So here's some other stuff. I also learned a little bit about Marketing Cloud. I've learned about some of the applications and basics of it. I've learned stuff about the customer journey, and how to track customers from when they're looking for a product to when they buy a product, when they continue with your brand, and how there are applications out there by Salesforce that allow you to track all the different interactions you can have with that customer, which I found to be fairly interesting. So if we go up here, I also learned a little bit about Einstein, which is this AI that helps out a bit with the content and with elements of content and other aspects as well. I also delved a little bit into marketing content creation, as you can see here, and some marketing intelligence stuff, including applications of artificial intelligence and tracking customers and finding out the best aspects, finding out information that can be best be used for customers and whatnot. I also looked at some other stuff here, mostly involving Social Studio and content publishing. And then finally, we get to all the stuff here, which I've recently done. So all this stuff here is about inclusion and diversity, and it covers a variety of different aspects and topics. It covers like Salesforce and not Salesforce. It covers, what is it? There's just so much content here that my mind is kind of trying to process all of it. But it covers how they have various groups in Salesforce, and each group has a sort of aspect to it. Like one's a group of people who are ethnically East Asian, or people who are ethnically Aboriginal, or they have disabilities, and they have these groups here, and these groups make sure that they are well represented in Salesforce and what in the Salesforce studio. And they also laid out some tips and tricks about trying to include everyone into a meeting and a conversation, which can be kind of daunting if you are a person who either who for some sort of metric or whatever is different from the rest of the group and might not be able to fit in as well, even if everyone's trying to do their best to include you and such. So I think a lot of those tips, in general, a lot of these modules I think are going to be really helpful in the future in analyzing aspects such as the internet and analytics and various other aspects that I think will become very essential, especially later on as our world becomes increasingly more intertwined with the internet and so on. So coming back up here, over here is writing style, and I've done a little PowerPoint on that. So for writing style, I learned a couple things related to it. I learned that language, of course, is a big matter. You want to, and it basically teaches you how to write similar to those in Salesforce. So it goes over the difference between tone and voice. Tone is kind of the feelings expressed from voice, and voice is like what you got to say. And so, of course, it showcases how you should talk if you're working for Salesforce: honest, clear, fun, and inspiring. And you got to make sure it fits the criteria. What else is there? Of course, you want to be conversational and approachable in your writings instead of active taskbar. Right, here's your tools, and click here if you have any trouble. Focus on the purpose of each feature. Hands-on is best way to learn. If you talk like a human, people will learn better. Content should be fun and educational. Be concise, direct, and give relevant information. Design text so the audience can scan easily. Be specific. Be positive, and use this sparingly. Of course, you don't want every conversation to be like, "Hi, my name is Connor. I talk obnoxiously." Like, you don't want it to be that. So say please only when the user has to do an inconvenience task. Say sorry. As you can tell, there's a lot of very formal writing. It's trying to be personable, but at the same time, it's trying to be professional. So you can add fun aspects, but it should just be the icing. It shouldn't be the main content itself. Of course, you want to be light in some areas, have a lighter tone, but in other areas like bad news and so on, you really don't want to emphasize that all that much. Of course, there are brains made for, of course, being like a storyteller. That's what you want to be. That'll help you get remembered. People will integrate themselves into stories. And yeah, just use jokes and like videos and that to break up the pace, but use them sparingly, especially jokes. Use more personable storytelling, and that's basically it. So yeah, that's all the other stuff. I also learned a little bit about the command center, which I thought was really cool. You could basically track all the various goings on in your Salesforce aspect, and overall I learned a lot of interesting stuff. I'll admit it's a lot, but I found it pretty engaging and thought-provoking, and I definitely think a lot of these aspects will help me out in the future. And I guess that's all I have to say about this. So I hope everyone has a good day, and see you guys later. Bye.